Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And veteran American actress Bette Midler has stepped into the trans row, saying that women should not be cancelled and we should stop using terms like birthing people and menstruators. The tide is turning, for on this day not only Bette Midler, but also Macy Gray also is falling out with the trans mob. And both of these ladies are starting now to be called phobes and ists. But they're not really. They just don't want women to be cancelled. Let's take a look at these articles. First one, Bette Midler. So here's the first. As I say, we'll do the Bette Midler one first. I'm not going to go too deeply into them. Just sort of basically highlighting that both these ladies are sort of putting their name firmly on the mast of the sensible crowd who don't want women to be cancelled. So, don't let them erase you. Bette Midler angers woke mob for blasting terms birthing people and menstruators and warns women we are being stripped of rights over our bodies. Bette Midler, 76, sparked anger on Monday by saying that women were being erased with the use of words such as birthing people. She did not spark anger. She got a few of the tiny minority of the mentally ill lot to stamp their tiny little feet because 99.9% of the population did not get angry over this. There was just anger from a small section of one tiny minority of idiots. She was accused of being transphobic because of course she was, and critics rushed to point out that it did not need to be a choice between supporting women or trans people. Yes, it does, because trans people are not and never will be women. Martina Navratilova, one of the first openly gay sportswomen, backed Midler, joking, "Careful, Bet, you'll be called transphobic too, or worse." Navratilova has sparked her own claims of transphobia by arguing that trans swimmer Leah Thomas should not be allowed to race against women. That's because you shouldn't let men compete against women in athletic or anything involving power or strength, because men are going to be faster and stronger. This is not an opinion. This is immutable scientific fact. Anyway, getting into the story very quickly, Midler has infuriated supporters of transgender rights. Of course she has, by claiming that the word woman is being erased in favour of the woke terms such as birthing people and menstruators. The 76-year-old actress and gay icon tweeted on Monday, "Women of the world, we are being stripped of our rights over our bodies, our lives, and even our name." She added, "They don't call us women anymore. They call us birthing people or menstruators and even people with vaginas. Don't let them erase you. Every human on earth owes you." This is true, because without women, well, I wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here. None of us would be here. It's been a long time since our ancestors just sort of doubled, asexual reproduction. Midler's comments generated a swift reaction, with 11,000 retweets and 61,000 likes in less than 12 hours. I would suggest fewer than 12 hours, but that's just me. She appeared to be referring to a New York Times opinion piece published on Sunday. That saw columnist Pamela Paul blast the use of such terms as birthing people and menstruators. Supporters say the controversial terms are inclusive of transgender men and non-binary people. Yeah, but everyone knows it actually means just women, right? Because transgender men are women, in the same way as transgender women are men. Anyway, tennis icon Martina Navratilova, who was herself angered trans activists by questioning whether it's fair to let trans women compete in some sports, it's not, was among Midler's supporters. And that's basically the story. Goes on a couple of bits. I'm not going to push it into that. We've just covered the fact that Bette there has come out and made her piece. Now I'm going to shift across to the Macy Gray story. So I will go at a ping of a button. And Macy Gray was in an interview with Piers Morgan, but we won't hold that against her. And she said, "Changing your parts doesn't make you a woman." Macy Gray speaks out on trans issues in No Holds Barred interview with Piers Morgan. Singer Macy Gray has said that she doesn't believe that transgender women should be allowed to compete against biological women in sport, and of course she's right, they shouldn't. In an interview with the Piers Morgan Uncensored, she said, "Just because you go and change your parts doesn't make you a woman, sorry. That's right. You can go there. You can have the chop, have the bits taken off, have it inverted. You know, have a little operation. Give you a pair up here. You know, top coffers, bop bop, headlights. You're not a woman. You're just a strange shaped man. Moron said that the most public figures were too terrified to say what a woman is. They are. Boris comes out and said it. I mean, we've done a video of this. Couldn't believe Boris came out and said it. But yeah, he did. But none of the Labour front bench. The singer agreed, saying, I know. I would say a human being with boobs. How about you start there? Oh, and a vagina. Well, to be fair, boobs, yeah. I mean, before I went on my diet, I was starting to get boobs. Man boobs. Moobs. But, you know what? Lost a bit of weight. They went. Thank heavens. Anyway. So she is basically going on and saying the same thing, that she agrees with it. But, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people now, there's Macy. A lot of people now are coming out. They're grasping the nettle. They are having the strength of character. Now that, you know, J.K. Rowling came out and she was lambasted. And then others have come out. Sharon Davis, the swimmer. Maya Forstater, the activist. And now you're getting Bette Midler, Macy Gray. There's a lot of women coming out and saying it. And a lot of men too. Here's one. Boris is another. I'm going to say now, ladies, that of the 49% of the population that are male, I'm going to say 99% of them are on your side with this. Women should not be cancelled. Because if you're a man, you think, oh, you've got no vested interest in this. You know, you don't have a dog in this fight. Rubbish. Every man has a mother. Most of us have sisters or daughters or wives. We have a vested interest. So, yeah, I'm going to come up and round off. I just think it's good. Oh, just mentioned there. There we go. Yeah, so I'll round off there, come up and finish the video. So now we're getting to a point where after years of bullying and threatening and sometimes actual physical violence from the trans lobby, the mentally ill minority, who seem hell-bent on saying that men are women, the women are pushing back. The tide is definitely turning. Where there was a few lone dissenting voices, that is becoming a clarion call. It's becoming louder, clearer. It's going from hill to dale to rising valley, from sea to shining sea. The call is out. The women are standing for their rights and saying, no, we will not be cancelled. And I am proud to stand beside them, to yell as loudly and as clearly as I can that women should not be cancelled. Women should not be made second-class citizens. Women should not be driven from sport just for the inadequacies of sad, egotistical men. Ladies, good luck. The fight continues. Every battle is a victory now. And the more ladies that stand up and call out this utter horse crap, the better. And we're winning. All power to our elbows, eh? Anyway, if you like what you hear and see on the channel, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring the bell for notifications of future output. Leave a like, leave a comment, and until next time, stay safe, stay well, and goodbye.